Righty. We're going to take this guy back out again. I understand that this system that I'm in has been upgraded to level 4 on whatever the upgrades are that we can, get for ratting. I don't know much about it, but it gives us some better ratting sites. I don't think though. I mean, is there a level 5? Is that because I don't see any of the teaming sites, so there might be a higher level as well. So what ship is this? This is a Vexor Navy issue. We're gonna get it working out here. That 12 million is mine, and I've earned how much today? So 26. I'm at 43. So 17 plus the other 12. This ship is more expensive, but I like to run it when I'm not paying as close of attention, because it is more durable. And in fact, we're going to look at the Guristas ship here in a second that we just put together, and going to see whether or not we need to switch to something like this here, but in a little bit more of a Guristas flavor, costs a little bit more. Or if the changes we made will work. I don't know that they will. So, but it has much more DPS. See, this one only has 335 DPS, but because it's giving up some of the DPS, it has really good armor regen, and it's cap stable, and so it takes longer to take the sights out, but it has a lot better survivability. You bookmark 6 Vexor bots tonight. Go back there through Tango cover-ups and scramble alt. Yeah, so there's been some talk, like Rushlock is saying that he thinks that the inflation on Plex price in the game is due to bots. And I don't know. I do know that I have some really big concerns about bots because the current technology out there is really, really good for botting, and which is a problem for us legit players. It really is. So I'm going to be showing some examples of that in the future. I'm not going to be botting, but I'm going to show some stuff that I really hope CCP is on the ball. So I've talked with CCP security before about stuff like that, but CCP security is a black hole. And what I mean by that is all they do is suck information in, and you never get any information back. So I've submitted things to them many times, on more so not in game, but more so in like the fraud areas, because we do sales and stuff, and but they're just always a black hole, and so it's an issue, and I really hope that they are really on the ball on this, because it's going to be a big problem in the future if they're not. Think of the games that you've played, like first-person shooters and stuff, where there are too many bots. You keep getting aimbotted. You keep getting just headshot first shots.
Technomage here 28 just followed.
Technomage, thank you for the follow. And about how that destroys the fun and the gameplay, and so you know, you need to be able to combat that. And now Eve is quite complex and it's quite huge, and there's a lot of things that can go unnoticed, or a lot of things that can impact things that really just don't impact, you know, how much fun we're having or anything. And so, you know, there is that. But yeah, so currently Rushlock is touting that it is the bots that are causing Plex prices in game to go up, causing the hyperinflation. I don't know if I 100% agree with that. I think that it's very possible, but I don't know if I 100% agree with that. I think that there's a lot of other things, a lot of other pressures on ISK price. Like this whole thing has been, you know, the hyperinflation started about the same time they introduced the Skinner system. And so, and CCP wants to, you know, have the CCP put an enormous amount of time into the Skinner system, and they want it to pay off. It's not for me, the Skinner system and stuff, but there are other people that are doing some good stuff out of it. So, you know, but anyway, all right, we're going to make sure that he's going to take out this last rat, and then we'll make sure that he's surviving, and then we're going to head out with this new refit on just this plain Vexor. So also I see the question about, you know, can I not fly an Ishtar? I can. The problem is if you're paying direct attention to it all the time, then it's not a problem. If it's the only it's the only time that I would fly an Ishtar out in these is if it's pretty much the only client that I'm playing. Right now I've got two, so I'm about to take this guy out after I make sure that this guy isn't getting all webbed up and in trouble. And so I use a cheaper ship. I have two models that I suggest. I have one that's 35 million, and then this one that is well, it's actually about 86 million with the drones. Doesn't count the drones in there. So there we are. I'm getting webbed. Okay. I'm getting double webbed. All right. By the way, I turned the shield alarm off. One particular person kept complaining about it, that he would mute the stream because of the shield alarm. And I decided that I would try going out without the shield alarm. Skinner was a mistake? Yeah, so I think that sometimes, oh yeah, so they're not doing, now I'm triple webbed. See, this is a problem. This is why I keep an eye on it. I'm triple webbed now. If I was in an Ishtar, I'd still be okay. But an Ishtar is 350 million compared to this being 86. And the problem is when somebody comes in to kill you. You know, rats are pretty manageable. It's the players that are not nearly as manageable. You know? So, anyway, Skinner, I think that sometimes players ask for things that they shouldn't have. And I think Skinner is one of them. And but you know, it was requested by a lot of players, and that's why CCP did it. And so now they need to make it pay off, because with the Skinner system, it has to replace the revenue of just regular ship skins that they were selling. And you notice, if you noticed in the promotions, that they stopped having any skin permission, actual skins as add-ons to a lot of the specials and stuff, and they went to the Skinner stuff. Well, the you'll notice that that most of the items have skins in them again, and then they may have additional Skinner stuff. So, you know, CCP is testing the waters. Okay, that is good. Let's head out, and we're going to give this one a shot and see whether or not it can survive. Notice police skins are still available. Normally it'd be limited time. Yeah. Well, that may also be because Caldari Prime Pony Club, he made several of those skins. And I don't know what the agreement is, but I know he gets some sort of compensation for the sales of those, because he's not on staff. But he did do that, and it is generating income for CCP. So, yeah. So I'm assuming he's getting some sort of compensation, but I don't know what. And he probably has an NDA there, he can't talk about it. There are no Loki police skins. There's no T3 Cruiser police skins. T3 Cruiser skins are pretty rare because their configurations change so much, and they got to make sure it works with all the configurations.
Warp drive active.
So this one, we rebuilt it. I will post it on EWB if this works. It's 41 million, which is great. Wait, where did my MTU go? Uh-oh. Did I leave it somewhere? Maybe I left it in that system I was in. Uh-oh, I gotta find my MTU.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Reedy GG just followed.
Warp drive active.
Reedy, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, I did drop it in a site earlier, and so I still have a bookmark for it. I need to make sure I pick it up. I think I forgot to go pick it up.
Warp drive active.
It's just a regular MTU. Yeah, that's right. I wanted to see in that one site how much loot there was, and then I got distracted and I left. Markee's not ADD at all. Right. Yeah. I'm gonna have to pay attention to my other guy here in a second. Mobile tractor unit. Let's go look and see what that is.
Drive active.
Another guy here, he's got 2 webs on him. He's doing okay, but if I get a 3rd web on me, I won't be. We'll see. I'll let him do his thing. It's an MTU mobile tractor unit. And so it's not here. Door.
Warp drive active.
Malik, do exclamation point Eve in chat. Say you just started. If you haven't clicked that link before and gotten your 1,000,000 free skill points, do it. You can do it even after the fact, after you've signed up an account. Alright, mobile tractor unit.
Warp drive
Yeah, I think it's in
active.
here. Right. My guy has finally started taking out the rats that are webbing me.
Welcome to the
And he's done fine
Dragons.
with 2 of them
Jabalco
webbing him.
Zero just followed.
Jabalco, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Did it already. Alright, okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to miss out on that. Oh, that's how you created your account. Okay. There it is. There's the mobile tractor unit. Alright, so after downtime, it looks like all of the salvage is gone. But let's see what's in here. 27 million? What? That's like a incredibly rare drop. This was off of the rally point. So, okay, barring that, 321,000. So that is just an incredibly rare drop right there. So, all right, we're going to pick up the tracked unit first. Make sure it's in my cargo, and then we pick up this stuff. That's just the order I do it in to make sure that I don't overload and then can't pick up my tractor unit. And not that there's very much in there, but wow, that is an incredibly lucky amount of loot. That is not the norm. Don't anybody think that you're going to run one of those rally point sites and get 27 million in ESC every time, because you're not. Brass tag is more rare. It's worth 27 million, yeah. I don't know what it's worth in Jita. Might be even more. Or it might be an inflated, incorrect price here, but that's less likely.
Docking request accepted.
So I'm going to drop off this loot here. I have some other loot here. May as well keep it all in one place. Now we're going to go and yeah, let's see how it fares on one of these rally points first.
Warp drive.
We'll see how well we survive. So the Guristas rally point is a 6 of 10. And it's not what we were originally after, but we just kind of barely scraped by on that, and now that we've reconfigured, let's see if it just survives a lot better. If it does, then we move on to a haven. Wow, everything's red boxing me already. Okay, good. If my shields never get below 50%, I'd be pretty happy. I don't know if that's, you know, possible. Alright, I'm letting it choose its own targets now. Okay, we got multiple hostiles in here potentially.
Warp drive active.
They're just passing through. We got more people.
Warp drive active.
Name is Loki, but it's a wraith. What is a wraith? I don't remember. The hauler. Even I could take that on. Nah, it's friendly. Okay. Fair enough. We're gonna make a station sitting spot. So far, shields are holding up fine in that site. So, I don't really have any complaints. My other guy here, he's doing He's doing his thing. He's doing okay. Right. The reason I put a beacon up here for station set is that I can warp to it, I can still stay out, and then I can tell it to approach it, and people will have a hard time bumping me off of it. All the time I see people who are, you know, AFK at a station that are not paying attention, and they're just tethered, and they get bumped out of range and then shot. So, you know. That shall not be me. Alright. Warp back into this thing.
Warp drive active.
Right, so I can orbit this now. Get our orbit going. And these sites, they go pretty fast. I wonder if that brass tag came out of the large wreck. Because if it did, I could check large wrecks. So far, I would say that the improvements we did to this ship are feeling not bad. Yeah, switching from multi-spectrum to kinetic on the shield hardener, I think has done well. And then we took out a drone computer and added a second large shield. This guy's got 3 webs on him. He's attacking one of them. 2 is kind of borderline. 3 is no-go. What are they attacking now? They're going all the way out to something else. Why don't you take out the stuff that's causing you problems? Alright, this guy's getting pummeled pretty hard, but shields are still holding up well. I don't know how much I earned from doing this little bit of ratting. I don't feel like it's probably very much. Yeah, it's not very much. Think there's one more wave after this? Maybe 2 more. There's no battleships. Oh yeah, there are. There's 2 battleships. So this is probably the last wave. And we're gonna go check out the battleship wrecks to see if they have anything interesting in them. Try Guristas Forsaken Hub. Well, the reason for doing this one is because of the escalation that's possible. For better ticks, yeah. Well, for better ticks, I'd be doing like havens or sanctums. And we are going to test this ship. We're going to, after this, we're going to go to a haven. And haven is probably going to be about the maximum ticks. And, but we'll see. And sometimes I do these just for the ticks. Sometimes I do it for the escalations. It all depends. This one right here is for the escalations. And I'm using a cheap ship so that I can not worry too much about losses if I get caught by neutrals passing through. Alright, so that's it. So there's no escalation, but let's see here. Medium, large. I'm gonna look at that large. And I'll salvage a little bit while I'm looking for the large. Those go pretty quickly. Yesterday you got a 1 billion drop from a 6/10 escalation. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty good. Our drone escalations that we've got, they're you know, I've gotten 500 million, maybe 600 million total out of it. You normally get like 300 to 400 million. So oh, we got company. I think this is the same guy we saw earlier. You won't be able to just come straight to me. There's no beacon for him to land on. Oh, he was just passing through again. All right. Guess I'm not a juicy enough target. So there's only one large that has loot. Might be worth salvaging it too. Yeah, so there's hardly any loot in there. See if its salvage is worth anything. Probably not. We're at 10.8 million. Yeah, see, all I got was that. It didn't even move the needle. All right. That's all fine. So that was a rally point. Going next door here. But this system right here is part of a main travel, you know, pathway too. So there's a lot of neutrals that come through. If I were going to be ratting in here often, I would definitely keep it cheap. As it stands right now, like, you know, I haven't even made close to what this ship is worth. Granted, it's not very much, but those sites do not pay on that. They're gonna pay off on the escalations. All right, so here we have some havens. Oh God, we have 3 signatures in here too. Do we have a wormhole? Yep, there's a wormhole. So that's a little bit dangerous. Let me look and see what's next door. Go look in there. right. We got multiple places in here too. And we've got some havens. Do we have any infrastructure in here? A couple. Any risk modifier 100%. I didn't see what it was next door. Let's make a couple safes.
Warp drive active.
Back to that first one. That first one will be the only one that's a path between two places, because this way then what you can do is I warp out to this and then I warp to something else, and then I won't be in a direct path. And there are people working out here. There's multiple Ishtars. And that's something I can test too. I can test, like, you know, Ishtar's effectiveness, how often I lose them, for how much money I make, stuff like that. I mean,
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
and the guy here, he's doing fine, all on his own. You're not having any problems.
Warp drive active.
Right. These are good and far apart from each other. Then we just have to decide what station here. Think. Astros.
Warp drive active.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
Warp drive active.
They obviously weren't after lowly old me. Otherwise, they would have probably dropped on me, but still don't know what they're doing. Vagabond. I'll bet you they're looking for ESSs.
You, sir, rock.
Low 3L just subscribed for 3 months.
Real, thank you for the sub.
Warp drive active.
See here. 3 months. 30 gold to everybody here in your honor. Let's see what Dolly is thinking that your Twitch avatar might be looking like today. Right, I'm the only one in here now. So we'll let her sit there for just a minute. This one, you know, it's not a bad station sit spot, I guess. I don't know. I think we'll go just a little bit more this way. Good spot. And see, like I was talking about before, can just tell it to approach. You can leave your afterburner on if you're really worried about it. But if anybody starts trying to bump you off, you'll start heading back. And it'd be hard for them to bump you off and lose tether. Story of Titan would be a good new music theme. What's Titan? Do you mean Titan? All right, let's. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll see you in the next episode.